To tell you the true story of Oshun, we travel to West Africa, to the ancient heart of the Yoruba religion in Nigeria. Oshun, often spelled Osun, is not a fictional character from a fairy tale. To millions of people practicing Yoruba traditions and its modern branches across the Americas like Santeria and Candomblé, Oshun is a living, breathing Orisha, a powerful divine spirit and manifestation of God. She is the queen of the sweet waters, the rivers, fertility, beauty, sweet love, and cosmic wealth. Historically, the rivers were the literal lifeblood of West African civilization. Without the fresh river water, the crops would fail, the women could not bear children, and the communities would wither away. Oshun is the spiritual embodiment of that life-giving water. She represents a brilliant form of womanly magic, the power of sweetness, joy, and diplomacy, to conquer what brute force cannot. Here is her most famous and foundational sacred myth, Padaki, the sweetness that saved the world. In the very beginning, Olodumare, the supreme creator, looked down at the empty, chaotic earth and decided to make it beautiful. He sent 17 divine spirits, the Orishas, down from the heavens to turn the barren rocks into a paradise. 16 of these spirits were powerful male warriors and architects. The 17th spirit was a single woman, Oshun. She arrived dressed in clothes the color of marigolds, her laughter sounding like gold coins splashing into a crystal pool, carrying a mirror and a pot of sweet honey. The male Orishas looked at her and dismissed her. They believed that creating a world required only muscle, iron, and thunder. They did not invite Oshun to their grand councils. They ignored her advice, and they refused to share their plans with her. Oshun did not argue, she did not yell, and she did not beg for their respect. Instead, she quietly drew her golden robes around herself, walked over to the edge of the world, and decided to withdraw her energy entirely. She sat by a quiet bank, looked into her mirror, combed her long hair, and waited. Without the feminine spirit of Oshun, the universe instantly fell out of balance. Suddenly the skies turned to brass and refused to rain. The great rivers dried up into cracked mud. The crops withered in the fields and the soil turned to dust. Worst of all, a terrible stillness fell over the earth. No new life could be created. The women became barren, the animals stopped reproducing, and the seeds refused to sprout. The male Orishas tried everything. They used their thunder, their iron tools, and their great strength to force the earth to yield, but nothing worked. The world was dying, and they were completely powerless to stop it. Humbled and terrified, the male spirits flew back up to the heavens to stand before the Supreme Creator. Olodumare, they cried, we have done everything you asked, but the earth is turning to dust. Life is ending, and we do not know why. Olodumare looked down at the 16 male spirits and noticed the empty space among them. Where is the 17th? He asked. Where is Oshun? The spirits looked at the floor in shame. We did not include her, they admitted. We thought she was too soft for the hard work of creation. Olodumare shook his head. You foolish spirits, the Creator rumbled. Nothing can grow without sweetness. Strength without beauty is destructive. Power without love is a wasteland. Go back to the earth, fall to your knees, and beg for her forgiveness. If she does not return, the world is finished. The 16 Orishas rushed back down to the dry riverbeds. They found Oshun sitting gracefully on a smooth stone, completely at peace. One by one, the mighty warriors knelt in the dust before her. They confessed their arrogance, begged for her mercy, and pleaded with her to save creation. Oshun looked down at them. She did not mock them. She simply smiled her beautiful, radiant smile. She reached into her brass pot, took a drop of sweet amber honey, and placed it on her tongue. Then she agreed to help. The moment Oshun rose to her feet and laughed, the universe cracked wide open. A gentle, magnificent rain began to fall from the heavens, washing away the dust. The dry riverbed suddenly roared to life with rushing, sweet, cool water. The dead grass turned vibrant green. Flowers bloomed in an explosion of color, and the bellies of the women swelled with new life. The male Orishas cheered, finally realizing the true absolute power of the feminine. They declared that from that day forward, no council would ever be held, and no work would ever begin without first honoring the Queen of the River. Oshun's story completely flips the idea of power on its head. It proves that the most potent magic doesn't have to be loud, angry, or aggressive. Oshun's magic is the power of the river. It is gentle. It flows around obstacles. It brings joy. And yet it is strong enough to carve through solid rock.